The last part of our 3 parts on circles is looking at semicircles, so half circles. Our success here, we just want to be able to transpose the equation of a circle to make y or x the subject, which is what's going to give us the equation of a semicircle, and then sketch that semicircle graph when we're given the equation. So if we transpose the center radius form of our circle, and if we think about it without any translations, we just have x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So obviously, if we transpose that to make y the subject, we get y squared equals r squared minus x squared, and then y is going to be plus or minus the square root of that. And similarly, if we did it for x, we would have r squared minus y squared. Obviously, because we're square rooting, we have positive or negative. So when y is the subject in this first one, what this corresponds to is either the top half of our circle or the bottom half of our circle. When x is the subject, this is going to correspond to the left or right side of our circle equation. And obviously, without any kind of translations, the axis of symmetry is going to be that axis, depending which one we're looking at. So just a quick example here, saving time because we don't need to sketch all of these, but to show you, because we have r squared minus x, all of these circles have a radius of 2, and they haven't been translated anywhere, so their center is always at 0, 0. So the first one, we have y equals positive r squared minus x squared. So we're looking at y equals, which means we're on the top and bottom half, and it's positive, so we're looking at the positive values of y. Similarly for b, it's negative r squared minus x squared, so we're looking at the bottom half of the circle. When we make the equation equal to x, if it's negative, then we're looking at the negative values of x. If it's positive, we're looking at the positive values of x. So that's really all you need to remember, is that this is y plus your square root, y equals your positive square root, and y equals your negative square root. And this is x equals your negative square root, and x equals your positive square root. Now, our semicircle graph can be translated in the exact same way as with our other graphs, and these are in fact functions, although the top and bottom half would be a function, the left and right, the x equals ones would not be functions. But regardless, we can translate them in the same way. We've got a sort of idea that we're moving 2 in the x and probably 2 in the y, but to make sure, we're going to rearrange it. So we would have y plus 2 is going to equal the root of 49 minus x minus 2 squared. Square both sides, we get y plus 2 squared equals 49 minus x minus 2 squared. Take the x minus 2 over, we get x minus 2 squared plus y plus 2 squared equals 49. There's our base circle. So now we can see we've got an h of negative 2, an h of 2, a k of negative 2. So our center is at 2, negative 2, and our radius is going to equal 7. So you can see I've marked out our center here of 2, negative 2, and I've sort of just made little dots that would indicate where the full circle would be. Going back to our original equation, we can see where y equals. So we know straight away that that is going to be a top or bottom half of the circle. And we've got, even though we've got negative 2 here, okay, that is to do with our translation. That's not to do with whether we're looking at the positive or negative. This here, we can see we've got the positive square root. So that means we're looking at the top half of our circle. So we can really just join up our points that we've done for the top half. Hopefully it'll look a little better than that. And now we just need to solve for these 3 intercepts. So we'll do our x's first. So when y is 0, and we can use either equation, but we'll use the original one just for ease. But 0 equals negative 2 plus root 49 minus x minus 2 squared So 2 is going to equal all of that square root. So x minus 2 squared. If we square everything, we get 4 equals 49 minus x minus 2 squared. 4 minus 49 is going to give us negative 45. That will be negative x minus 2 squared. Obviously, we're going to divide by negative 1 to just get rid of those negatives. And then we're going to square root. So root 45 plus or minus is going to be x minus 2. So 2 plus or minus root 45, which we can simplify to 3 root 5, gives us x. So this would be 2 minus 3 root 5, and this would be 2 plus 3 root 5. And our y-intercept, when x is 0, we get y equals negative 2 plus the square root of 49 minus, and obviously 0 minus 2 squared is 4. So 49 minus 4. So negative 2 plus root 45, which we already know is 3 root 5. So negative 2 plus 3 root 5. There we go. We have sketched our semicircle.